What's up, guys? Welcome back again. Today we're going to discuss about fed state cardio versus fasted cardio, which is the best cardio for fat loss. So basically, fasted cardio means you're doing cardio first thing in the morning without food inside you or on empty stomach, or fed state cardio means you eat something, you have a good meal inside you, and you do cardio. So there are a lot of misconceptions. People are very confused about what cardio they should do in order to lose fat, whether it's fasted cardio or fat state cardio. And today we're going to discuss about that. I'll put a couple of studies in front of you, and I'll try to be as unbiased as possible, because if you ask me personally, fasted cardio or fed state cardio, it doesn't matter for me, because at the end of the day, if you are in calorie deficit, if you're having that calorie balance, energy balance, then you lose fat. But today it's not about my perspective, it's about what science tells us about this fed state cardio or fasted cardio. So before jumping on to literatures, let me put things in perspective, that why people think that fasted cardio is good for fat loss. Now whenever you are in fasted state, or you're doing cardio before your meals or breakfast, your insulin levels are very low, and it is clear that your insulin shows to suppress lipolysis. Now lipolysis is basically your fat oxidation, or in simple terms, your fat burning process. So that is lipolysis. So whenever your insulin levels are low, your body releases those inhibitors of lipolysis, so that way you burn more fat, and that fat oxidation process is much more in fasted state. And second reason about this is your glycogen level due to fasted state is very low again. So what happens is that because of low glycogen level, your body uses fat as a fuel for that particular session you are doing. So it uses fat as a fuel, and that way it burns more fat or oxidizes more fat in that session. So this is two scenario that why people think that doing fasted state cardio is good for fat loss. Now coming to scientific literature, what it tells is that I'll put one study in front of you that was done in Japan by Kiyato Ayawama in 2015, where he took three groups. First group did their cardio first thing in the morning before their breakfast. Second group did their cardio after lunch, having a good meal inside them and then doing cardio. And third group did their cardio after dinner, again having a good meal inside them. And this study was shown was done to show the fat oxidation process in 24-hour time throughout the day. So after this study, it showed that the fat oxidation process in fasted state group was more throughout the 24 hours. And there was one more thing, that before doing cardio for the fasted group, they made sure that the group was the gap between the cardio should be 12 hours. So they should be in 12 hours of fasted state before doing the cardio session. So that was one variable of that study. But again, the limitation of the study is that this study was done only for 24 hours, and 24 hours is very less time to determine that whether this fat loss or this fat oxidation happened due to fasted state, because we don't know the adaptation process of the body. 24 hours is very less. If this study was 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks or 2 months, then we would have known that how bodies of all these groups would have reacted or would have adapted to these kind of training, fed state or fasted cardio. So for me, this study doesn't determine that fasted cardio is good for fat loss. And again, when you see the picture, it's all about your throughout fat oxidation. So yes, when you do slow state cardio or slow intensity cardio for long duration, it will burn more fat. Yes, it's right. But what happens apart from that 1 hour throughout the day, that remaining 23 hours? Does your body oxidizes more fat? Does your body burn more fat, or it burns more glycogen or glucose or carbohydrates? So this is the main part, and there where this another study done by Brad Schoenfeld and Alan Aragon comes in. So what they did is they took 20 people and they divided 20 people into two groups, 10 each. One is fed state and other is fasted state, and they did 3 1-hour sessions per week for 4 weeks. So 3 1-hour cardio session for a week throughout the 4 weeks, and they put both group in hypocaloric diet. That means both group were in calorie deficit, and although the results when they tested pre and post results of body weight, fat mass, fat free mass, although yes, the both the groups lost significantly amount of weight, lost fat mass, there was more fat free mass, but there was no significant difference between the group. So yes, there were difference in fat mass and body weight in both the groups, but if you see the difference in the group, it was not that significant. So this shows us that whether it's fasted or fed state cardio, it doesn't matter, both can reduce your body fat and both can reduce your body weight as long as you are in calorie deficit. Because in this study it was also stated that for fat loss you should be in calorie deficit. That means your caloric intake should be less than your caloric expenditure. So this is the one thing that is more significant and has more concrete evidence, because this study by Brad Schoenfeld and Alan Aragon was of longer duration as we compare to study done in Japan by Kiyato Ayawama. It was only for 24 hours and this was for 4 weeks. So we know that the body has adapted. And in this study done by Brad Schoenfeld, it was mentioned that yes, if you oxidize more fat during the session, it doesn't mean that you oxidize more fat throughout the day. It can also mean that you oxidize more carbohydrate, you oxidize more glucose throughout the day if you burn more fat in that session. So now we have seen both the studies, what you should do, what is the implementation you should do, because people are still confused at what should we do, because one study tells that it is fat burns happens throughout the day, one study shows that it doesn't happen. But I will go for the study with Brad Schoenfeld because it's the duration of the study is much more. But I would say that there is two important factors you need to consider here. First is adherence and second is caloric deficit. So adherence means do your cardio, put in the work whenever you want, however it fits your lifestyle. So for example, your job starts at 7, so that automatically means that you would not be able to do your fasted cardio before 7, because if you want to do that you have to wake up at 5 and do the cardio. If you're super motivated, you'll do that, but your lifestyle won't support that idea. So what you'll do is you'll come back home after work, you'll have your dinner, you'll have your meal, and then you'll go for cardio. So that is adherence, that is getting things done according to your lifestyle. So that is one thing. And second is, as long as you are in calorie deficit, as long as you're eating less and burning more, you can ignite that fat loss, you can have that fat loss, fat oxidation process in your body. So this is the one thing from my side. I tried to be as unbiased as possible, but you got the idea what should be done, fasted state or fat state, it doesn't matter, as long as you're in calorie deficit and as long as you're putting in the work, you're doing the cardio, you're putting in 1 hour or more than 1 hour of cardio throughout the week or once or twice a week. So this was it from my side. I hope this video has helped you in any sense, and that's it from my side. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye and stay safe.